Hello, one for the recap of day one. Pretty much went through like a 17 hours on day one. Was trying to go longer, but I got way too tired. But pretty much I did sort of what I expected to do. Like I did the heisting for it's like 5 6 hours. I did the endless heist. You definitely can sustain them real easy as you're doing them. A lot better than I thought. Very sustain them, sustain like over 20 of them without a problem. And pretty much just kept doing chaos recipe nonstop with the chaos recipe tool that does work very well. And pretty much did that for a couple hours. Made a lot of currency. I think I made over 200 chaos doing it in a couple hours. And the reason why I stopped is it is very boring. Not to lie, it's you really need to be able to do it for a long time and like it. It's not for everyone. I tried it. I just did not care for it too much. And also the fact that less than 12 hours in the league, divines were already over 100 chaos. And doing chaos recipe 50 times to equal one divine, it just was not fun to do. And also, I mean, I will say though that doing endless heist is very profitable. The amount of chaos you get from all the bubblegum stuff, and I didn't even get rid of my bubblegum stuff when I did it. Like I had a lot of like the stuff up here, like I had a bunch of GCPs from all the superior gems that drop. I used 20 of them already. Like you get a lot of alterations, jewelers, fusings, chromes, scourings, regrets, bow orbs. You get like everything that sells very well. So that's one thing nice thing about it. And it definitely will make a lot of money if you do it. But after it was like maybe like 15, 16 hours in the league, I decided to stop doing it. I used all 200 chaos I had to pretty much revamp my character from the Raider version I talked about into the Pathfinder. And now I'm just pushing the Atlas right now. I'm only on tier 3 maps right now, about to finish them off. I'll be in red tier by tomorrow pretty easily, and with all the passive or the labs done. But pretty much like 6 link bow. The bow does absolutely nothing. It's just resistance. I need to craft it. I just completely ran out of crafting materials, so this is what the last one hits. That's what I kept. But it's pretty much a vicious projectile. Increased duration. Eventually this will be the empower, but I'm just trying to level it up right now. Once it gets to level 2, I'll probably put that in instead of the increased duration. Void manipulation, efficiency, Raj Archer, and Toxic Rain. I'm going to try to get 21 Toxic Rain. That's why I'm leveling up a bunch of them in the backhand right now. And it's going to corrupt him. Hopefully hits 21. 6-link chest. These were pretty expensive. I got lucky and found a corrupted one for 30 chaos when normally corrupted ones are going for like 50 to 80, which was crazy priced. But it's another Toxic Rain with the Ballista Totem, Withering Touch, Focus Ballista, Multi-Totem, Efficiency. So pretty much is your double your double Toxic Rain setup. Helmet, I just bought this one with Toxic Rain Fires, 1 additional arrow. It was like 30 chaos, wasn't bad. I still need to craft it. But it's pretty much just a Flame Dash and Despair Curse setup. And cast damage taken with a Molten Shell. Pretty much the amulet, the rings, it's just life, resistance, and stats. Because you will starve on strength with this build pretty well. That's why I just went with a heavy strength amulet with all stats to help with a little bit of intelligence that the build needs. Like the rings, they're pretty much life, chaos res, and regular res to fix my stuff with open prefixes on all of these ones, so that I can craft the -7 mana cost to skills when I get that craft out. So I can just make my Toxic Rain not cost so much mana, because it does make it really hard to use. The quiver is just a damage over time multiplier with life. And then crafted attack speed. This one I got had projectile speed and damage with both skills on it, so it's pretty nice. Boots, movement speed, life, resistance. Gloves, life, resistance, attack speed. Stygian Vice is just a life triple res. I don't have a jewel yet for it because I don't know what's going to be. The jewel is going to either be a life with like chance to get onslaught, chance to get phasing, blind, one of those ones. Not sure which one it's going to be yet. I forgot about this actually. The boots, Divine Blessing, Inspiration, Withering Step, and Malevolence. I don't know how I feel about the setup yet. I'm still playing around with it. Withering Step, I don't really like too much, so I might get rid of it. It's a skill I never really cared for. Divine Blessing with Malevolence is not my favorite. I don't really like Divine Blessing too much, but I want to try it for now. Just see how it's going to be, if I like it or not. If I don't like it, I'll cut this out completely, but I want to try it first. And the gloves, it's just auras, determination, defiance banner, vow haste, and a grace. Pretty much more auras. Right now, only auras I'm using is grace and defiance banner because of mana. Yeah, flasks, they're complete garbage. I ran out of currency trying to roll them. Cause like eventually I want this to be a bleed immune, an enduring flask, but right now it's not bad. A jade flask with more evasion on it. Armor flask doesn't have the armor. Movement speed flask doesn't have movement speed. So the flasks need to be fixed. They're all complete trash. But it is day one, so it's nothing really. You get what you get on day one. Atlas Tree. So originally I was doing the Endless Heist. I was the Raider setup I talked about. And it did work very well. You're very fast. When you're using Smoke Mine, you fly through the maps with phasing. It's crazy how fast you are. But since I decided to go just do maps now, I decided to switch to Pathfinders to be done with it. But it's pretty much like Zizaran's version of it. That's all I'll play around between his version, Zen's version. Find one in between I like with probably the Divine Blessing and stuff. But to at least get through the early maps, it helps out just get some levels in until I can actually fix things up. But I need levels right now. But it's pretty much life wheel. Pretty much your aura reservation, jewel slot eventually. Lab right now is just these three. I think the fourth one is going to be Master Surgeon for Corrupted Blood and more life recovery. Skill effect duration, life. Mage Bane for some big spell suppression. Some resistance, which you probably cut this one out if I don't need resistance anymore. Gotta play around with some stuff still, see. This is me a little bit quick just because how late it is right now. Chaos res and damage. Life, spell suppression, damage, spell suppression. I took this because I pretty much, this was just to finish cap my resistance spell suppression off. If you don't need it, don't take it. More damage, life. This shouldn't be here, to be honest. I ran out of respec points, but normally all the movement speed down here, these like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 6 points will come off once I get regret orbs, and those 6 points will jump on the top half for more damage, mana reservation, Eldritch Battery, so stuff like that. But ran out of regrets. I think top half I'm at now. Yeah, so like more life on kill over here. That multi life. Shade for more damage duration of elements on you apparently, and take less damage, so it helps. That damage over time. It's more spell suppression. Strength, ES, life, damage. I'm trying to get right now. So eventually I'm gonna pick up the damage wheel up here, then go over here, get the mana reservation cluster. And then from there, I'll probably end up just going up get the Eldritch Battery. Eventually, you would use the Katrina's helmet that gives you to you automatically, but on League Start, those are stupid expensive and not really worth it. Let's do a map real quick. But yeah, the build, I'm still trying to learn how to play it. I'm playing around with stuff still. I just took something at least to have something playable. Put like 200 chaos in this build already. Well, like I would say 170, 150-ish. 30 of it went to the Empower. But I just want to get that early on and start leveling it because I know I'm going to need it eventually. So, saw for 30 chaos. It seemed good price, so I just bought it. But the playstyle is very easy. I'm probably playing it wrong to be honest with you, but it's pretty much just right click everything. and then throw down your totems for more damage. But one problem I'm having right now with the build is your mana is a big problem without the Eldritch Battery. So I probably need to invest in some of the mana regeneration nodes on the tree for the time being, and then take them off when I get the Eldritch Battery going. But most of those changes I'm probably going to make after this is over. But I'll link the description below. I'll link the POB for this. If you want to do the heist version of it, look at ZemM's. He has like the whole guide about doing the heist, and that's what he's doing right now. But like, and again, like the Queen of the Forest and the helmet and stuff like that, you zoom through it, which is really expensive on day one, and I just wasn't planning on playing for a long time. But yeah, like the one thing I definitely want to get is like flasks go off on their own would be really nice. Just don't have to worry about pressing on the flask buttons. Getting better flasks in general probably help a lot of damage. Getting the actual anything on the bow would be really nice to actually have some type of damage with the build. Proximity shield is so annoying. Like proximity shield and the mana leech one, or the mana one drains you, is really annoying. Ran into a lot of those when I was doing the endless heist. But yeah, if however people league starts going, you know, let me know. I'm pretty sure everyone has different league starts, the builds they're playing, how it's going, if you have really good drops lately. So I want to fix the bow, and I want to fix my flasks, and after that I probably won't touch the character for a while if I don't need to, and start saving up currency because I want to go for Mage Blood. It's just going to take probably a week to do, most likely, if I just want to try to at least get it this league, play with it before I go back to work. So when I go back to work, I'm going to have a lot less time to play. Typically I'm working like 2 weeks straight. But yeah, so I need to work on figuring out how all these skills work. And it died at least, I guess. But like the build works. I still gotta learn how to play it better, but it gets done when it needs to get done. Yeah. But like right now I'm just doing like chaos recipe for the early maps. Once I get to yellow tier, I'm gonna stop the chaos recipe tool, and then from there just push out whatever I can. Like probably do. Who knows actually? Like right now, like T1s are done. T2s I'm missing 2 maps. T3 I'm missing. I have this one actually. So I'm missing 4 maps I haven't found yet. And like once I finish that, I'll push like I normally do the 5s and the 6s and 7s. Like keep checking Kira, or not this one. This one. Like keep checking him for items I can buy from him to hopefully push maps. I have a lot of people right now already like in red tier maps who I can probably see they have any like trash maps to lend me if they need to. But we're gonna see. I'm gonna probably most likely my goal for tomorrow is Uber Lab done and 4 void stones I'm hoping for. Like finish all the maps if I can, or at least get up to red tier, like most of it done. It just depends on how it goes, to be honest. It could be a really good day, it could be a really bad day. You never know how it goes this game. Drop wise, no divines. I think the best drop I have is probably the Act 1 Gold Rim. That was perfect rolled. That sold for 5-fold chaos. That's pretty much been the best item all day today. Other than that, it's pretty much just been no 6 links, no good big drops. I think Gold Rim is probably the biggest drop that dropped for 5 chaos. All my currency today came from chaos recipe. Even though I hate doing chaos recipe, but on day 1 it definitely is nice. But I probably will skip it that next thing I did lastly, just because if you can skip it, you save a lot of time and keep pushing forward. Because chaos recipe, when you have to go here like through this, and find all the items does take a lot of time away from your playing. But I'm having fun. That's what this whole league's about, just trying some different things out, which I want to do. And so I want to play this build, try this build out. Maybe I'll probably try the Raider version for Pathfinder, see which one I like more. And then from there, take it wherever I think I'm going to go with. Maybe I'll go back to some Acrams. Hopefully, in maybe like a couple days when I get my gear done. Especially like the bow and stuff, like needs to get done for sure. It's probably the weakest part of the whole build, is the bow. And if I get the bow crafted, I can probably push some Acrams. Maybe like 20 if that. But I would need to get a bow actually crafted, which pretty much to craft that bow, I have to pretty much get, I think it's like damage or attack speed, I believe it is, or damage over time. Then you gotta do, I think, like multi-mod, which costs 2 divines. Then you have to do like the can I roll attack mods, exalt slam, then hunter slams, and all that crazy stuff like that. So it's gonna be very expensive to craft like 9-10 divines. But that's a future thing. I'm not worried about, you know, a couple days down. A lot of gear still not even in the game yet because people need to farm it. But we're gonna see how it goes. I'm having fun. That's the whole point of this whole update video thing is about to show like what I'm doing. It's not to say it's the best build to play, because definitely it's probably not. And I'm not the person to go for that kind of stuff. But just want to show like how my league starts going. And hope you like the video. Like, see, subscribe down below. Follow me on Twitch. Tomorrow's update video should be roughly or about like progress we did today. If we did the Uber lab, if we got all the maps done, the voice stones, where we're at with the passive trees, stuff like that. The build even. Did I re-roll like I usually do? But we'll see. But hope you like the video. Hope to see everyone on the next one. Bye everyone.